I will put a link in YouTube after I upload this to YouTube, to my Twitch page, and to the page for Game Wisps. That said and done, get the business out the way. Now let's go solve a mystery.
Good gracious, you caught someone. At least now you have a suspect.
It'll take me a minute to remember the buttons. I haven't played this in a week. Normally I don't start doing this until I have solved at least one mystery. But it's alright. We're going to solve this mystery real soon. Okay. We're gonna head to the map. Go to... I should have gone to the yard. Not to where I need to investigate. Open the casebook. Scotland Yard. Open the... Alright. Going to the yard. We're gonna go talk to my suspect. Probably let my suspect go. Considering, he is innocent. I thought that at the beginning. Because you have to be strong to just throw one of them harpoons. I mean, look at the size of this guy. I mean, do you see the size of this guy? He's tiny. There's no way he could have done it. None.
I have heard the story of Dawson and Nelligan, the West Country bankers.
Yes, Joshua Nelligan was my father.
I am aware that it had a bad ending. When the bank failed, it ruined half the families of Cornwall, whereupon Joshua Nelligan disappeared.
My father was under extraordinary pressure. Dawson had retired. I was only 10 years of age at the time, but it was still old enough to feel the shame that befell our family. My father was convinced that he could pay off all his debts if the creditors gave him time. He set sail for Hammerfest in Norway in his small yacht, just a few days before an arrest warrant was issued. He left my mother a list of the securities he was taking. No word was ever heard from him again. We believe that his vessel went down, taking with it everyone and everything on board.
Thank you for the story, Mr. Nelligan. At last, we are making some progress. Interesting. Joshua Nelligan and Peter Carey were both at sea in Norway. There is definitely some connection between Peter Carey and Joshua Nelligan's disappearance.
Okay. Time to examine the ship logs. Ship logs are in the one place, the Woodman's Lee, which is where the cabin where I found the murderer, or well, murdered person. Okay, let's see what we can do. Clues, nope, no new clues are added. Alright. I think it was Josh's father with the current information that I have. Because this guy, Peter, was going to spill the beans.
1883. That's the one I need. This is the crew list of the Sea Unicorn. Log notes for August. These pages have been torn away. This is the crew list of the Sea Unicorn. Log notes for June. Nothing unusual. This is the crew list. Log notes for August. These pages have been torn away. Canadian Pacific Railway, CPR. A torn piece from a bond certificate. I have seen this abbreviation somewhere very recently. There are 3 ways of discovering what happened in August of 1883 aboard the Sea Unicorn. The first 2 of these will require speaking with a dead man. The last would be to locate vital witnesses, the sailors involved in this whale hunt campaign.
Let's look at my briefcase. I use CPR someplace very recently, he said.
Who could do such a thing? My poor husband.
Okay.
The Sea Unicorn. She was the ship that Peter Carey commanded.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Footprints evidence.
These footprints appear to be quite large.
Go to the Scotland Yard again. The only thing I don't like so far is all the loading. In the deduction book. Still no information. Okay. This book. Gotta talk to Wiggins about this. Hello, viewers. Alright. Where's Wiggins? What's up, policeman? Let's see if my dead body's in here or not.
Mr. Holmes?
Holmes? Records.
Mr. Holmes? At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Where the heck is Wiggins?
Mr. Holmes?
Stop saying Mr. Holmes and tell me where Wiggins is.
Locked. Locked.
I know it's locked. I want to steal the keys. Alright, well, let's go talk to Watson. Watson might know something. Alright, so we're gonna go talk to Watson. Maybe Watson will know where Wiggins is.
Something new, Watson. I have the list of sailors who were aboard the Sea Unicorn. We shall soon learn what happened to Nelligan's father. I have only to find them. Let us hope they're still working at the harbour.
I think that if you pretend you're from Scotland Yard,
I doubt it, Watson. And really, I would prefer that all of this remains quiet for now. But I have another solution. I'll call in the specialist.
and who might they be?
The secret police division of Baker Street.
You mean young Wiggins and his gang?
Yes. Believe me, you'll receive more useful assistance from these little urchins than from a dozen yard detectives. Those children are everywhere. They see and hear everything, and they are cunning. All they lack is organization. I'll summon them.
How will you do that?
There is always a watch beneath our window. I have only to call him.
Okay. Let's take a look at the encyclopedias for the CPR
My
papers.
archive. I can always consult with it. My archive. I can
Yeah.
always consult with it if needed.
Right? There's always a watch beneath our window.
Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Wiggins, I need you to track down certain people for me. I'll give you a list. You can read, can't you?
Big Oliver from our gang. He can, because his father is the coachman of a famous lawyer.
Fascinating. Here is the list of sailors.
Sailors? Easy. Just got to look where the rum and the red lights are.
Sorry to trouble you, Mr. Holmes, but the inspector asks that you come to the station as soon as possible.
Thank you. I'll be there shortly.
Alright, find the crew of the Sea Urchin. Okay. Meet Inspector Lestrade. Okay, Scotland Yard, here I come. Hello, people. I got my chat open. If you'd like to chat and ask questions, I can try to answer them. This game is unique, I can tell you that. Alright. Talk to Lestrade.
Mr. Holmes, I'm glad to see you.
As always, what happened?
We have a new suspect, Liam Hurtley. I'm thinking that this case will be resolved very quickly now.
Interesting. Pray tell.
Well, the constable that I left at Woodman's Lee noticed a suspicious individual prowling around during the night.
Do you have him here?
Yes, he refuses to speak with us, but we'll make him talk.
Let us hope so.
Ah, yes, and one more thing. The constable told me that at the time of his arrest, the fellow was writing a letter.
Do you have it?
Of course. It's in the evidence room, at your disposal. Admit that for once, Mr. Holmes, Scotland Yard is a step ahead of you, eh?
Breathtaking.
Holmes is quite the sarcastic guy, isn't he? These belongings.
These are the suspect's belongings.
We'll take them boots.
Liam Hurtley's old boots. They're a size 9.5. The stains are fresh. They can be removed with the proper chemicals. A pen. Nothing unusual about it.
Right. Okay, that guy's not in there.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I would like to ask you a few questions.
I've already told the police that I've nothing to say. And you're not even part of the police.
Precisely, and considering your situation, it might be wise to speak with someone who is, shall we say, rather more neutral. You are a suspect in a murder case.
I know. Inspector Lestrade told me. It's ridiculous.
Could you at least tell me who you are, and exactly what happened that you should be brought here?
My name is Liam Hurtley. That I can tell you. But you're not getting any more than that.
Well, we shall see.
Alright, let's inspect the guy. See what we can find on him. Oh, gardener's hands. He's our gardener. Okay. Plant remains.
That's all for now.
Let's see. Got to perform an analysis on the letter. Right, that's back at the place we discovered Watson. Okay, no new clues. Alright, let's perform this analysis on the letter to remove the stains.
I need to prepare a chemical agent that is capable of removing fresh ink. For this purpose, the chemicals from the flasks should be combined in a certain order to perform a chain reaction.
Ooh.
First condition, all 7 reagents should be used. Second condition, orange reagent should be the 3rd one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition, colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
Okay. So they said blue first. Orange is the 3rd reagent. Colorless is after that. So let's use green next. Then we'll go with the orange one. Hey, why not do another orange one? No, 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 we can't do orange one. Go back. The color one, colorless one, goes after the orange one, he said. But all 7.
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
Oops, I messed up. Huh. Recipe.
First condition, all 7 reagents should be used. Second condition, orange reagent should be the 3rd one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition, colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
Okay. So if blue reagent is first, so we'll use a blue, then an orange, then a white. Then the colorless.
No, something isn't right.
What the
I need
heck?
to start the reaction from the beginning again.
Okay. Let's look at the recipe again.
First condition, all 7 reagents should be used. Second condition, orange reagent should be the
Okay,
third
so
one
I'll try
in the
it.
sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition.
So you're saying it's blue, green, blue. Orange, colorless, orange, colorless. So far, so good.
Done. Now I can proceed further.
Thank you, Soul. That was very helpful. I
See if the
appreciate it.
content of this letter sheds a little light upon the mystery.
Let's see. Did you already play the game? Is that how you knew it? Or did you see someone else streaming? How'd you know that?
I did as you asked and hid them well. Interesting. How would Hurtley react to this?
I'm gonna go talk to Hurtley again. Oh, you got that from the clues, really? Very impressed. Very impressed. Right, no Gardner break-in attempts. Liam's letter. No Gardner? No. Okay, we'll get back to those clues. It's no problem, man. Or madam. I'm assuming you're a man by your name. Sorry if I offend, but I don't mean to. Put him back in the interrogation room. Who told you to take him out?
Please escort this suspect for interrogation.
I probably should have gone to the crime scene first.
So tell me, Mr. Hurtley, what did you hide?
Hide? What are you talking about?
I did as you asked and hid them well. Should I continue?
My letter? But the ink? That's impossible.
A touch of chemistry, nothing special.
Well, you're a smart one, but it's nothing. If you want to know, I was referring to my tools. It was to do with my work, see?
I will check that, Mr. Hurtley. That's all for now.
Alright. We're gonna go to the murder scene and try his boots in the garden. I think he is the one that had his footprints in the garden, because I think he's the gardener. I don't think he's the murderer. I think the murderer in this one is going to be the kid's father that I first had to I first interrogated the child. He says his father passed, but I still think his father is the murderer. Footprint size. Yep.
These boots match the footprints exactly.
Okay, so his footprints are in the garden, but they're headed towards the murder scene. Okay. I'm telling you, he's the gardener. Okay. So let's go confront her while we're here.
Does the name Liam Hurtley mean anything to you?
No, I don't know anyone by that name.
She's lying.
Thank you, madam.
She's lying. Anybody else feel she's lying? I'll go back to Scotland Yard and ask him why his boot prints are there. My buddy Sonoma just got online. Let's go talk to him about his boots.
Escort this suspect for interrogation.
Just leave him in the interrogation room until I say I'm done with him. I understand I keep saying that's all for now, but come on. Who's really done?
Tell me, Mr. Hurtley, what were you doing at Woodman's Lee?
Woodman's Lee? I've never been there.
The second pair of boots that you had with you when you were arrested perfectly match the footprints found near the cabin where Peter Carey was murdered.
Footprints? That's your proof? How many men have boots like mine? That doesn't make me a murderer.
Now that your presence at Woodman's Lee has been proven, would you care to explain it?
I don't remember. What would I be doing there anyway?
He is the gardener.
Because you are the gardener at Woodman's Lee.
I'm not. How did you...
I observed your hands. They told me that you work with the earth. Small fragments of plants snagged to your trousers indicate that you were mowing very recently. But the most obvious clue presented itself in the bird embroidered on your handkerchief. A crested tit, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, you got me. Yes, I am a gardener, and I went there to get my tools.
That's all for now. Hurtley's stories are false leads, but now I know one thing for certain. I must examine the site where the garden tools are kept at Woodman's Lee.
Back to Woodman's Lee I go. While it's loading, I'm going to join my buddy's party so that I can talk to him as well. I'll be doing that here in just a few moments. Alright, sorry about the pause. Just had to join that party real quick. What's going on, Sonoma? I'm streaming one of the new free games that I got. The Sherlock Holmes. Got a couple viewers here. One's actually helping me solve the puzzles, which I'm greatly appreciating that as well, because some of them are pretty complicated for a simple mind such as myself. There actually is, yes. Now, the question I have, with me being in the party, Soul, can you still hear me?
Madam, we have information that the valuable stolen papers are hidden amongst the garden tools here at Woodman's Lee. We need to find them.
Oh my. Our tools are kept inside the shed that's right behind me. Here is the key to open it.
Thank you, madam.
Alrighty. Time to go into the shed.
Let's see what could be hidden here.
Huh. He hid the box of papers. He lied to me. Let's open the box.
Let us see what is in this box.
Let's see here, okay. Huh. I see that. There it is.
A bundle of letters in a woman's hand with the Carey family monogram. Hurtley and Mrs. Carey were in a relationship.
Ooh,
That is interesting.
she cheating on her dead husband. If I can. Oh. Her husband was beating her according to that letter. I'll go back in after I talk to her.
Madam, I am aware of your affinity with Liam Hurtley.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Romance correspondence.
Mrs. Carey, we found your letters.
My letters? I asked Liam to return them to me. I wanted to burn them.
Why did Mr. Hurtley put them inside the garden shed?
I don't know. I wanted them back, but I couldn't see him, not after what happened.
Well, here they are.
Oh, this is terrible. Terrible. Liam.
Well,
how
thank you for
could
watching
he
me,
find-
Sonoma.
After what he has done.
You believe that he killed your husband?
No, I do not know. I do not know. Leave me alone, please.
Thank you, madam. I wonder if Wiggins has managed to find any sailors.
I wonder if Wiggins has either. Ooh, he's got a brainstorm. Boom. Boom. Let's see what we got here. It's been confirmed that Liam Hurley was flirting with Peter Carey's wife and even fell in love with her, but did not go beyond the affection. But harmless letters and words. Okay. Oh, those two together? Uh-oh. Hurtley's presence at Woodman's Lee on the night of the murder is explained by his affection toward Judith and the fact that he worked there as a gardener. Okay. Let's see what other clues we have. Missing tin box and Judith. Nope. It's the same one I just did. Oh, wait a minute. Let's make it from that Liam Hurley was flirting with Peter Carey, fell in love with, but not. Liam Hurley loved Judith so desperately that he was jealous and it provoked him to committing murder? I don't think he's the murderer, but it's possible. Liam Hurtley's relationship with Judy Carey gives him motive. Yeah, it does. President of Woman Lily explained by his affection toward Judith, the fact that he worked there as a guardian. I don't know, I'm thinking that one more. We'll try it. I doubt Scotland Yard is gonna actually be right. I mean, if you've ever watched any of the Sherlock Holmes movies, Scotland Yard is always wrong. Oh wait, let's go back to the garden and see if there's anything else in there. See if there's anything else in the shed proving his innocence. Not a thing. Not a thing. Well, the evidence proves it. But Scotland Yard being right? Come on. Let's go talk to Wiggins. Wiggins was here, but let's go to Scotland Yard and try to provoke him into telling him that he's a murderer. Suppose I could have done the deductions on the ride there. Yeah, I could see that being a problem too, Sonoma, since you're in the party with me and then you're hearing it over there at like 5-second delay or something like that.
I wonder if Wiggins has managed to find any sailors.
Bring him in.
Saying another word. I'm not saying another
Fine.
word.
Don't say another word. Baker Street. Let's go talk to Wiggins. See if Wiggins can prove his innocence. I still think he's guilty. So while we're loading, I will take this time to tell everybody
Mr.
welcome
Holmes,
to the
we
party.
found the sailors from that list you gave us.
Well done, Wiggins. Let me see.
Hey. Okay, while I'm taking a look over this, I'm gonna welcome everybody that's here and tell you that my chat is open. Sonoma HRD, new game, huh? Yeah, it's one of the new free games. Also, at this point in time, I would also like to tell you that if you're on Twitch right now and you want to see more videos like this, please let me know. Hit that subscribe button. I've also got Game Wisps, which is to help me get a better internet service to provide more multiplayer game videos. And it goes from the lowest of $5 a month that you subscribe to me for a month, and you get benefits for subscribing to me on that, all the way up to $100. That's your choice of what you want to pay, if you want to pay. There's no force. I'm not obligating anybody. But any donations are welcome and appreciated. Again, you do get benefits for subscribing and paying, such as I might give you a $25 gift card, depending on what you subscribe to. You might even get to play a game with me while I'm streaming. Okay. He died a week ago.
This is interesting. Let us review the other sailors now.
He's a cook, a sailor.
This man is a harpooner, and his initials are PC, the same initials that were found on the tobacco pouch.
That is correct. He was found a week ago dead.
Wiggins, could you gather some information on one of the sailors that you found? His name is Patrick Cairns.
Right.
We found Patrick Cairns.
Good job, Wiggins. Where is he?
He lives in a small furnished dump of a room, but he's always at the Sea Witch pub, where he does arm wrestles for money and drinks.
Excellent. Here is your reward. 2 guineas.
Thank you, sir.
How much is 2 guineas? Is that like 2 cents? Okay. If the pouch belongs to Patrick Cairns, it indicates his presence at the crime scene, but it must still be proven. Okay.
If I wish to speak to Cairns without alarming him, I had better dress as a sailor.
Ooh, I get to change my uniform now. Sweet! Everybody turn away. I don't want nobody to see me naked. Sailor outfit. To the makeup table. What kind of sailor should I be? Should I be a scruffy bearded sailor? A bald headed sailor? Should I be? You want me to be bald? He doesn't really have a bald head though. He's got just the one where he's got like the Hulk Hogan going on. I'm gonna give him a scruffy like Blackbeard style. Yeah. Now we're talking.
Now I can approach Cairns and see if he recognizes the pouch.
Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. Let's go to the Sea Witch pub. Let's see if there's any more deductions to be made. Okay. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Welcome, everybody. Welcome.
Hello there. Are you Cairns?
What do you want?
We've heard all about the gambling on arm wrestling here. You seem like the likely sort, and I'm up for it.
I start at 10 shillings.
Suits me.
Alright. Follow Patrick Carnes' facial expressions to understand his moves. Push, restrain, idle. And plan for your countering strategy. Ooh, this is gonna be tough. His face is all squinty. Okay, no. He's resting, he's resting, he's resting, he's resting, he's resting. He's resting, he's resting. And there we go. It's just 110
You were
shillings.
lucky. I wasn't focused. Let's go again.
Should I go again or should I quit? While you guys are determining that, I will take a peeksy at what this guy's got to hide. Okay. Well, nobody's answered, so I think we'll quit it. Now, let's continue.
I'm ready to try again.
Fine. If you want me to take all your money, no problem with that.
He's a hustler. That's what he is. He's gonna make me lose this time. He's just gonna be like, "Rawr, you're dead." Alright, he's trying to fight me. He's trying to fight it. He's resting. He's resting. No. Resting, resting, resting. No. Yeah, resting. He's resting. He's resting. He's going to fight me. He's resting. No, he's fighting me. He's fighting me. He's fighting me. Now he's resting. Get my stamina up. And I'm slamming his arm down and break it off. No, he's fighting me now. He's still fighting me. He's resting. He's resting. He's resting. There it is. 2 losses. I win. That's 20.
Well, good for you, I reckon. You're stronger than you look. Here's your 10 shillings.
I'd like to buy you a drink.
Good winner as well. That's good. Let's have a drink.
Hello,
You're a
viewers.
good type. Seems you've managed to settle down in life. You've got money, eh?
Not all that much.
Oh, well. At least you're not as poor as me.
Why do you say poor? You're not working?
I'm a harpooner. But you see, the whalers are rare. They don't pay much. So, as a result, find myself arm wrestling to pay for my drink.
Harpooner, you see.
Harpooner. Interesting. You've had a lot of adventures, I bet.
Of course. It's been a dozen years since I've sailed. I've seen everything. With Old Wallace, damn Black Peter, Great Roger, we sailed to the Cape of Good Hope.
Black Peter, you say? I've heard rumors about that one.
He was the worst of them all. He was a liar and violent too. Swinging those fists of his around. He was a tyrant and not much of a captain. At least, not as good as Great Roger.
I see. Yes. I was told terrible tales about Black Peter.
But you ain't heard the worst.
Tell me, and let's have another drink.
It was in 1883 that it happened. The August of that year. Peter Carey was captain of the Sea Unicorn, and I was a spare harpooner. We were coming out of the ice pack on our way home. One evening, we saw a little craft that had been blown north. There was only one man on her, and he wasn't a sailor. The crew must have thought that she'd foundered, and they made for the Norwegian coast in the dinghy. I guess they all drowned. We took the man on board.
Who was he? Bet you it's that father. Bet you that kid's father.
I dunno. During the crossing, he and the skipper enjoyed some long talks. His baggage was just a tin box.
Enough.
Aye. Even stranger was that on the second night, he disappeared. Nobody knew what happened to him. And of course, nobody could ask Black Peter about it.
Of course not.
You know what happened, don't you?
I do. I saw the skipper tie his heels and push him over the rail in the middle of my watch on that dark night. 2 days before we sighted the Shetland Lights.
Black Peter's a murderer.
Aye. And those that know him wouldn't be surprised to hear it. But all this must stay between us. All right?
Of course. Back in a second. I'm off to the Ghazi.
I'll be here with my drink.
Alright, let's walk away a little bit and hit the X button here. Go to this. Determine if the pouch is his. Okay.
Here it is. Have you got any tobacco? I've run out of mine.
Nah, I lost my pouch. I don't know where. Wait a minute. What's this?
Oh, is this your tobacco pouch?
Well, oh, it is.
Huh.
Well, I have to go now. I know a captain who's planning an expedition to Cape Cod. Captain Ahab's his name. He commanded the Pequod. He might need good harpooners. I'll tell him about you.
Maybe. If you like, aye.
I'm done here. It's time to leave.
Alright, it's time to leave. I got a new brainstorm I have to do. Let's go to Baker Street, I think. And then we'll do this deduction. Pouch Proof Guild contest confirmed the possible. This means that he was at the scene of the murder and thus proves his guilt. Carnes has confirmed that the pouch belongs to him. This means that he was at the scene of the murder but does not necessarily prove that he is the murderer. Huh. But you have to be strong, but I'm gonna go with Black Peter's a murderer too. So why should I even... Well, he is a sailor, so he could lie. We'll go with that proves his guilt. Let's see what other clues we have. The missing tin box and the break-ins. Proves nothing. The pouch proves his guilt. Alright, well, let's go in. Talk to Watson. At least I got normal hair again.
You met Patrick Cairns, the harpooner. Do you believe he's the murderer?
I do. I do believe he's the murderer. Let's go to Scotland Yard. I should go back to the murder scene and ask Mrs. Carey about it.
I'm not saying another word.
Okay, we get it.
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
Okay. It's so hard to know where to go.
leave me alone, please.
Of course I will. Let's see. Huh. There's 2 drinks on the table. Yeah, I think that guy's the murderer. Hmm. Does anybody have any thoughts of what I should be trying to do next?
My archive. I can all. This is where I keep my post. Brave Toby. The best nose in the British Empire.
Ugh. You still watching me, Sonoma?
My analysis table. It is useful for my work.
You left me?
A map of London and the surrounding area. It could be useful.
Okay.
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed.
Huh. Let's see.
You met Patrick Cairns, the harpooner. Do you believe he's the murderer?
I do believe he's the murderer. Let's see what the book tells me to do. Dude. There's nothing.
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
How is the investigation going, Mr. Holmes? Do you have any idea who the murderer is yet? How is the investigation going, Mr. Holmes? Do you have any idea who the murderer is yet?
What's this say? Shapes of noses. Why can't I tell him to bring in the guy?
I'm not saying.
Mr. Holmes?
Alright.
How is the investigation going? How is the investigation going, Mr. Holmes? Do you have any idea who the murderer is yet?
What am I supposed to do then?
These are the suspect's belongings. A pen, nothing unusual about it. These are the suspect's belongings. I wonder if these are connected.
CPR, right
Now
there.
we have the proof that Nelligan's papers were indeed here. It seems that they have vanished, however.
The break-in attempts were made in order to recover the notebook that had been laying in the pool of the victim's blood. This proves the guilt of the person who made these attempts. Nelligan was looking for his father's papers inside the Black Peter's cabin. It explains his presence at the... I'm thinking this one, which also makes this one a lucky throw. He is not the murderer. Or... oh, let's see. Let's go talk to Nelligan again. We got more? Valuable bond certificates were kept inside the stolen tin. John Nelligan could have been caught stealing the bond certificates. This might have been a motive for him to murder. Okay. John Nelligan is a victim of circumstances. He did not fit the portrait of the murderer, either by physical or psycho. Nelligan is guilty. I don't think so.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Tell me, Mr. Nelligan, what exactly were you hoping to find inside Peter Carey's cabin?
I was trying to find some information about my father.
I assume you had another purpose, to retrieve the bond certificates. Am I correct?
Yes. I discovered some time ago that a few of the missing securities had reappeared on the London market. You can imagine my amazement. I spent months trying to find them, and at last I discovered that the original seller had been Captain Peter Carey. These papers, they belong to my family. but I could not find them there.
That's all for now. Well, I will see you soon, young man.
I'm not saying...
Okay. I think he's the murderer, I'm sorry. Because it proved to be strength. I think he's guilty. Hmm. No. I'm not sure. Let's see. Gonna let him get away with it. I let him go.
Good afternoon. I must be at the wrong address. I'd like to speak with a ship's captain, a Captain Ahab. Is that you?
No, my name is Sherlock Holmes.
That detective fella? So, you wanted to see me?
That is correct. We need to talk.
About what?
About Black Peter, who was killed in his own hut with a harpoon.
You know, don't you?
Yes,
How?
the tobacco pouch. You recognized it.
Oh, the sailor. It was you. Unbelievable. Well, fine. I confess. But if you really do know everything, you should also know that I didn't want to kill him. He made me do it.
I know. Did you know about this story with the bond certificates? Did you need money?
Yeah. I just wanted him to cough up a little silver. I'm out of work, and I thought maybe he could help me. Well, he refused outright, and he insulted me. I reminded him I knew all about that murder he committed at sea in 1883. Then he got mad when I spoke about his treasure. I barely just had time to throw the harpoon at him before he could jump at me with his knife. You know the truth. What will you do now?
I ask that you return the bond certificates. Keep some of them. You will need them in your exile. It is better that you leave the country for a few years.
And you won't say anything to the police?
I will not say anything as long as you return the money.
Well, I'll do as you ask. But what about Inspector Lestrade?
I will deal with him. Goodbye.
It's good that you asked me to come, Mr. Holmes. We do need to talk.
About what?
What do you mean? Our case, Mr. Holmes. You sent me a message via your little thug,
His name is Wiggins, Inspector.
telling me that the case is solved. Well, Mr. Holmes, tell me, who is our murderer and where is he?
The morgue.
Eh?
His name is, or rather was, Pablo Coventrao. He was also on the ship with Peter Carey, and he was a harpooner. I'll tell you everything, Inspector, but do calm down. Mrs. Hudson will bring us tea and orange cake.
Orange cake? You're spoiling me, Mr. Holmes. That's my favourite.
Ah, Mr. Holmes. Inspector Lestrade told me that I should thank you for clearing my name. He also said that you were waiting for me here. I came as fast as I could. I cannot thank you enough. It is all because of you that this nightmare is finally over.
I'm a
I
hero.
believe that this belongs to you.
My father's securities. Incredible. But how did you get them?
It would take far too long to explain.
Tell me. This is extraordinary. You are a genius.
Then that may serve as an explanation. Goodbye, Mr. Nelligan, and good luck.
Goodbye, Mr. Holmes. And thank you. 1,000 times thank you.
Huh. Choose another ending. Yeah, let's see what the other ending is. Choosing the other ending. Carnes is guilty. Condemn him. Yes.
If you wouldn't mind, Mr. Holmes, could you explain it to me?
As I informed you on our way here, Patrick Cairns is the murderer of Black Peter.
Why bring me here? Wouldn't it be better if we were out looking for him?
That would be futile, as he will be with us in approximately 12 seconds.
Oh, well, if this is your idea of humour...
No, I just heard the front door. Prepare yourself.
Good day, gentlemen. A young lad gave me a note from Captain Ahab. Am I at the right address? Is he here?
Indeed, it is the correct address. But in place of your captain, may I present to you Inspector Lestrade of Scotland Yard?
That means...
It means, my friend, that you are arrested for the murder of Black Peter.
What? What? A trap? You think you can take me?
Here now. We'll have none of that.
And I say that we will.
Punched him right in the face. Owie. Owie. Knocked him out.
Lestrade, are you all right? Are you able to stand?
Oh, my jaw. Gore. He took me by surprise, Mr. Holmes. Otherwise, he would have seen what I'm capable of. Oh.
Yes, he was lucky.
Ah. But you got him.
It was remarkably easy. He lost his balance after he struck you.
And you practice boxing, I know. You must have hit him hard. Our fellow is knocked out.
We should call for a police cab and then take you to the hospital.
Yes, well, no need for a hospital. I would prefer to keep this between us. You know.
Of course, Inspector. The case is closed.
I'm gonna accept my decision. Wait, no. Hold to check your conclusion. May spoil. I was right. I was right. Yay! Riddled on the rails. Aye, aye, Captain. I finished 1 of 7 cases. And it took 2 days to do it. Alright, while it's loading up, I'm going to tell you that I finished that case. I'm going to stop recording the Sherlock Holmes game, and I'm going to go play some zombies with Sonoma. So, if you would like to subscribe to me so you can see when I'm broadcasting again, please do. If you would like to check me out on Game Wisps to see what kind of benefits you can get from paying to watch my videos and see what kind of benefits you get, that is also on my Twitter page and my Twitch page. So why don't you go over there and take a look at it? With that being said, the broadcast will be ending in 2 minutes.
This trip to the countryside will be good for you, Holmes. As your friend and your doctor, I really do recommend that you give yourself a complete change of scene. Fresh air, brisk walks, bird watching, chopping wood.
Sounds intolerable. I mean, certainly it sounds delightful.
But you haven't yet told me who your friend is, the one we're going to visit.
He is a bee lover.
A bee lover? Do you mean that he keeps bees? That must be Mrs. Hudson, bringing the warm cloth that I requested.
There is someone to see you, Mr. Holmes.
I have no time. Send whoever it is away.
Yes, Holmes, I really think we ought to leave now.
Mycroft.
Sherlock.
Oh, Mr. Holmes? Perhaps you don't remember me. I'm Dr. Watson. We met at the Diogenes Club a few years ago. I documented our encounter in a short story I gave the title The Greek Interpreter.
He does remember you, Watson. My brother remembers everything, and that is why he is so valuable to the government.
We're about to depart for the train station.
I know.
You know?
Sherlock, I need your help. There are people who presently threaten both our country and the Crown itself. You must help us with those methods of yours.
Need? Help? Those are not words I would readily associate with you, Mycroft.
I wrote you a letter, but you did not reply. And this is not about politics. It's about people. People similar to those whom you pretend to defend in your petty detective affairs.
Everything is about politics with you, Mycroft. I'm not interested. Have some of your agents, your spies, or worse, undertake this job of yours. You are defending your people, and they have little to do with the people I choose to help, I can assure you.
That is the point. You think exactly as they do.
Who are they?
The Merry Men. He is talking about the Merry Men, a band of idealistic terrorists.
Sherlock, Do please think about it. They are planning something diabolical. Your country needs you.
You need me, Mycroft, and you are not the country. Although if your waistline expands very much further...
Mrs. Hudson, tea will not be necessary. Dr. Watson, the train conductor, Mr. Parker, is aware that you will be 7 minutes late. You are in the 4th car. The train will be waiting for you. Sherlock, enjoy your time in Staffordshire. And do, please, at least write to me on your return.
All right. The broadcast is ending. I thank you for watching. Please subscribe and check out Game Wisps to see what kind of benefits you can get. Thank you for viewing. I will return.